All right. So today is Appy Friday. Um, yeah, I have not really recorded too much for the past week, except I did actually record some Pokemon battles. I even put one up last night. And that's about it. I need to record some more Phoenix Wright tonight. I think starting next week I will be doing the normal stuff again. And yeah, like part of me doesn't even feel like doing Animal Crossing this week, but I'll do it. I'll chin up. But anyways, last week, whenever I went through Ghost Trick, Spirit Detective, or what, Ghost Trick. I'll just say Ghost Trick. Um, I said, should I do this human Japanese app just to see what it's like and give like a little um, showing of what it is like. And most people, like most of you all, commented and said, "Yeah, show us what it looks like." Because apparently, I don't know if these are fake, reviews or what, but this is supposed to be like the app to get where you like some people have said that they tried this app out and they started learning basic stuff within a week or something. So it's like, okay, so let's just look at this. Okay, choose a username. We'll go with Luke. Um, current avatars there. Like, that is a lot of avatars. Holy crap. What's that? What the heck? Why not? Let's just go with that. Welcome! So you want to learn? So you want to speak Japanese? Well, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that Japanese is an incredibly interesting language with very few basic sounds and a straightforward grammar. The bad news? If your first language is English, you routinely make the thousands of language sounds that don't even exist in Japanese, like the L, like the L sound. La. You know how they pronounce L in Japanese? With an R sound. So, for example, Lucario. That's Rucario. And that's why Riolu is Riolu in Japanese. Shut up, Luke. That's not part of the lesson. Let's see. Where was I? Fear thousands of language sounds that don't exist even exist in Japanese, and Japanese and English grammar are about as different as sushi and sandwiches. But what's life without a little challenge, right? Haha, you don't know me with languages. Frickin' took me till 7th grade to start getting B's and A's in fricking English. But there's a good side even to the bad news. On the pronunciation front, Japanese sounds are few and pure. When I say pure, I mean that there aren't so-called glides like there are in English. A glide is when you start making one vowel sound and then ever so subtly glide into a different one. For example, how long is this? Okay, it's not that long. For example, listen to yourself carefully as you say the word no. You'll notice that you don't make just an O sound, but you tack on an O sound onto the end. In some flavors of English, like Australian, you might shift toward an E sound instead. Noe? Noe? I would have to ask my Australian friend that. You can verify this by noticing that your lips and tongue actually move, which would be unnecessary for just one simple vowel sound. If you don't believe me, look in the mirror and say it slowly, because you definitely do it. Did I do it? No. 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 No, I didn't do it. No. Oh. These glides are just one aspect of English that give it a large total number of language sounds. When I talk about language sounds, I'm talking about the one-syllable building blocks that you can use to make any word in a given language. Care to hazard a guess at how many basic sound ingredients there are in English? It varies by dialect, but one estimate puts the number at over 8,000. Couldn't have said 9,000. Seriously? You're Japanese. You're human Japanese. Where's the over 9,000 jokes, huh? Touch the right arrow below, or swipe anywhere to go to the next page. How many pages are there? This is not even... Okay. Am I just going to be getting a lesson on how the sounds are in English or something, or... Okay. Let me just look ahead a little bit. Because, yeah, I have absolutely no idea what that is, except show translation. Let's study Japanese. Oh my god! That's a lot of lines for just saying, let's study Japanese, and, Mariko is... Mariko. No? Okay, so... I guess it's language time with Luke. Let's just go back to that one. Japanese, on the other hand, has very strict rules about what is and isn't a language sound. The total number of one-syllable building blocks out of which any Japanese word can be constructed is, wait for it, 110. There's 110 syllable sounds in Japanese, and English has over 8,000. Ew. And how do you understand each other with so limited amount of sounds? But let's just continue. That's right. While we can only guess at the total inventory of English language sounds, in Japanese it is so low that we can simply count them up. This is a good thing for us English-speaking oral acrobats. It's good because phonetically simple languages feel easier to learn. The only thing is, Luke wants to learn how to read, not how to speak. That's one thing about this. It's like, speaking different from reading. Because, reading requires lots of those lines where, as I said, all the way over here. The hell does that say again? Okay. But it's challenging at the same time because it means that, out of sheer habit, we're probably going to be making all kinds of strange sounds unintentionally when we speak Japanese. And it can be hard to weed those out. Have you ever heard of a foreigner speaking English and making sounds that are, at best, creative approximations of the true English sounds? Pretty much. Have you ever heard of an Asian person that just moved here in, well, for us, in America, that's just moved here in America, and they try to say stuff in English, and, because I have. I'll raise my hand. I've heard Asian people try to speak English, and it turns out to be English. Not to be not to be offensive or anything, but I have. In the beginning, we'll be doing a lot of that in Japanese. But think of it this way. You're in a much better spot than the poor Japanese guy learning English, trying to wrap his mouth around 7,890 new language sounds. Too bad, again, I want to learn how to read, not how to speak. And when it comes to grammar, what may seem challenging is really a blessing in disguise. Why do I sound like Detective Fulbright all of a sudden? See, when people learn languages that are similar in structure and word order to their own, they often approach the language as if it were a code where you simply take an English sentence and then swap out each word in order to create the translation, when that's really not the case. People who do this never really get a deep understanding of their target language, so they'll only be able to speak it in bits and pieces and at best. Not to mention causing a great deal of head scratching for the poor souls who try to understand them. Heh heh. With Japanese, the grammar is so unlike English that you won't be tempted to fall into this trap. However, let me just put this out there. A lot of different people in different countries speak more than one language. At least that's what I've been told, because I know Japan has English as their secondary language, like in school and stuff, because that's why whenever you look at those Japanese games, there is sometimes an English option, or there's sometimes a there's sometimes like English words in the game, like oh, there is one part in like Pokemon Black and White. They have that building with all the stuff in it in different languages and stuff, and yeah, there's English in there, and I know Wi-Fi was considered like one of the few words that were in English, and just, yeah, there's a lot of different English, so you can't really say the poor soul, the poor Japanese soul, because they kind of, at least a good few of them are taught how to... Anyways, with Japanese, I once had a friend who would take an English sentence and then look up each word in an English-Japanese dictionary and write down the first entry for each one to build Japanese sentences. That's not how it works. Just kind of putting that out there. And the results were the most hilariously unintelligible things you could ever imagine. Again, word by word, not how it works in Japanese. Even I know that. So the long and short of this is that you'll have no choice but to really understand the nuts and bolts of the language, and that means you'll be able to speak it well. The swap 'em out technique leads to strange translations. Yes. See? Nihongo wo benkyou soro no wa tanoshi. Japanese object marker study do belongs to regarding fun. Yeah, if you did an English to, or a Japanese to English, yeah, that would have looked like, yeah. But then the correct translation is studying Japanese is fun. Okay, we'll go over to the example sentences, and then let's see. No, we'll go on to here, and then I wonder if I should do uh, uh, a let's play of this right here of Japanese with Luke, because yeah, my reactions to this entire thing so far. Um, let's see. Let's see. If you're a grammar phobe, don't worry. I'm right there with you. And so is over 100 people watching this video. In fact, until I began to study Japanese, I saw no use for grammar whatsoever. I couldn't tell you what a subject or an object was, let alone the harder items like articles and participles. So don't fret. I'm not going to turn into your 8th grade English teacher and have you graph sentences. Well, the funny thing is, back in 7th grade, I kind of was taught how to write essays correctly, and I started doing really good at English. So, heh, heh. You didn't hear that. Actually, the name of this software, Human Japanese, is meant to describe my approach to this whole concept of learning a language. In my experience, there seem to be two main approaches to language. The first is the memorization camp. These people pick up a phrase book and just memorize all the key sentences. You probably know someone from the office who can ask for a beer in 50 different languages. That's great, but what happens when you want to ask what kinds of beer are available, or where the beer was made, or how you can send a beer to that attractive person across the room? Yes, that one, right over there. With the phrase approach, if you don't know the phrase, you're kind of out of luck. The other camp is the grammar-centric camp. These people say, look, if you don't know the grammar, you're stuck with whatever tiny little number of sentences you can memorize. If you understand how to string the words together, you can make any sentence you want. And they're absolutely right. The trouble is that a lot of the books that take this approach get so bogged down in the endless details that the poor student coming in as a healthy, fun-loving individual gets turned off by the clinical sterility and gives up. Yeah. As you're probably beginning to guess, I lean more toward the second camp than the first. I'm not going to lie to you. Grammar is extremely important. But gosh darn it! Gosh darn it, Watson! A language is such a huge, fun, incredible, scary, cool thing that if people are going to learn one, they need to have fun doing it. They need lessons from someone who speaks their language, someone who teaches in real, warm, human terms, and I believe I am your guy. Really? Really? You really believe that? Alright then, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to learn all the really important grammar stuff, but each time I use a new term or introduce a new concept, I'll make sure you understand exactly what it is and why it's important. I'll show you how it relates to similar concepts in English. I'll even make the explanations funny and interesting to read. By the time we're done with this, you'll not only understand Japanese, but I'd wager that you'll understand English a good deal better as well. Oh, really? I mean, I do have that problem with English where I can't seem to read the English that well, but okay, okay. Like, I just kind of stumble at sentences that are brought up, like in Phoenix Wright or other games, like maybe like what I did with Paper Mario or other games that require Along the way, shut up, Luke. Along the way, we'll be meeting hundreds of new vocabulary words. Whenever you see any word written in Japanese characters in the main text, touch it to hear a recording. That's rule number 1. All Japanese words have recordings attached. The text click me in Japanese. Is it working? Or is that just the text? I guess that's just the text. Luke is making an idiot of himself. Let's all laugh at him. Shut up. Rule number 2. Example sentences. Rule number 2 is that for every new thing I tell you about Japanese, I'll back it up with tons and tons and tons of examples sentences so that you can see and hear what you're learning immediately. Having these example sentences right at your fingertips, interwoven with the explanations, is a key part of what makes you in Japanese so powerful. Let me show you how they work. Now, I don't expect you to be able to read the Japanese already. We'll be learning that together very soon. But just to acquaint you with what's in store, take a look at the following example sentences. So, let's study Japanese. Oh, God. So that's a Japanese language noun. That's the object marker particle. Let's do form of... I guess I'm not going to hear what it sounds like in Japanese. As promised, you can hear recordings of the sentences by touching the Japanese and simply use the links to reveal English translations. Wait, what? I'm not hearing anything. I don't hear anything. Whatever, let's just keep reading. And simply use the links to reveal the English translations. Wait, I think I know why I didn't hear anything in this. Guess why? Guess why? Because Luke's an idiot. Oops. Okay, that's why. That's why! That was the top one. And obviously that was the bottom one because you could hear Mariko. Okay. See the little clipboard icons to the right of each sentence? One touch will bring up a screen that shows the breakdown of the sentence. It's like an instantaneous, simultaneous lookup of every word and word form. Try it now! Nihongo be. Man, I suck at this. I know, I'm being pessimistic about myself. Okay. The idea is to keep you in the flow of the lesson, even when you've momentarily forgotten the meaning of a word, and as we all sometimes do. This feature, which we call ingredients, trademark, is available on every single example sentence you will encounter. Okay, how much longer? Okay, there's only 3. Once I reach that page, I will, I'll stop the video. So quizzes. At the end of most chapters, there are links to quizzes to help you review what you've learned. You can also access these quizzes using the Reviews button at right. The quizzes intelligently keep track of which questions you get right and wrong and automatically show you the ones you need help with more often. Answering questions correctly earns you stars and experience points, which give you an idea of how well you are doing overall. Da 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 da. What? Experience points? It says it like right there. No, like up there a little more. I can't point to it because my hand just goes through the but yeah, experience points. Cool. Do I get prizes for no, just gold stars? Oh well. Oh well. Have a gold star for you. The most important kind of quiz is the chapter review. Successfully passing a chapter review has the effect of unlocking the next chapter. However, if you prefer, you can unlock them all and roam freely by adjusting the settings and menu preferences. To see this menu, plus user information and navigation, pull out the sidebar by touching or swiping the green tab at the upper right, like this. I'm a level 1 novice. God, I suck. Wow. Holy shit! Wow, that is a lot of chapters. You get for $9.99 you get 45 chapters? Is that what I'm counting? Holy crap. And apparently there's as you can tell, the ones without the stars on them, I'm guessing that means that they're just like little, like, see how this one doesn't have a star next to it? Yeah, it probably means that there's no quizzes or anything on it, so yeah. Like, see, geography, that doesn't have it. That one doesn't have a star on it. Trains, oh, trains. They got a lot of trains in Japan. There's the reviews, which, a lot of reviews. I'll feel like I'm back in school with my iPhone. Okay, no. Okay, let's see. Just to give you an idea of what the reviews look like, here are a few you'll encounter early on. Okay, let's just look at these. Can I skip? What is the main purpose of katakana? To look cool, man. That's exactly what it is. I can't stop looking at to look cool. To represent Japanese words when you don't know the kanji. What? Pure meeting? No. Was it foreign words? Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. Approximately when did kanji come to Japan? It came only 1,000 years ago. 2,000? 400? Holy crap. Well, wow. Only 1,600 years ago? I'm surprised. What is the name of for Chinese characters used in Japanese? Isn't that... It's either kanji or katakana. I know it's not hiragana, I'm pretty sure. Kanji? Yeah. I knew it was the one that started with K, not the one that started with H. Which writing system came from China? Didn't we just, answer this? Or, wait. Katakana? Okay, we did just answer this. It was not a trick question. True or false? Hiragana was derived from kanji. Is it true? Yeah! I got 5 experience! Hooray! Which syllable is used for ordinary Japanese words? Is it hiragana? Yeah. Which syllabary is used almost exclusively for foreign words like computer? Computer! I have absolutely no idea. Oh, wow, that was a good guess. Roughly speaking, how many hiragana characters are there? Isn't it like 50? Oh, yeah, I'm good! Because, like they said, there wasn't that many in, of sounds, and I've seen a Japanese, like, I've seen the symbols before, and then there's not that many of certain ones. So yeah, I think it's kanji or katakana that have like a crap load. Kanji, isn't that false? That's a stupid question. Okay, last question. True or false? Hiragana characters represent sounds only. Wait. False? It's true? Okay, well. Do I really have to say true since the only one left? Yatta! You got a 2 out of 5 stars. Shut up, game. Shut up, iPhone! Almost a passing grade. Well, guess what? That was without reading chapter 2, so screw you. Vocabulary quiz. Oh, God. I sucked at oh, my God! You expect me to know this right off the bat? That? No. That? It's the top one, of course. I told you I don't know anything. Okay. Cultural notes. And finally, we'll be breaking up the language lessons every now and then with cultural vignettes designed to give you a feel for the way life really works in Japan. In such chapters, I've included dozens of high-res photos to keep things interesting. Touch any photo to see it full screen, and be sure you do so, since there are often bonus photos you can only see in the full screen viewer. Just to whet your appetite, here are a few mouth-watering photos from the food section. Getting hungry? Sushi in Japan is incredible. That's not a Japanese voice. Getting hungry? Yet? Sushi in Japan is incredible. I still don't think that's right, but whatever. Oh. Sushi is considered one of the highest forms of Japanese cuisine. Shrimp tempura is a common dish that's sure to please. Wait. I could have swore that was rhyming with something there. But, is that supposed to be a reference to Kid Icarus because of the tempura wizard? Or, nah, I'm just freaking going off my mind there. And grab yourself a skewer of delicious grilled chicken at Yakitori Shop. Can I do this? Oh yeah, I can do that, and it actually flips the image to this way instead of it being like that. So cool. Okay, let's flip it. Let's just flip it everywhere. Cool. Let's be done with that. And finally, let's go. And that's about everything you need to get going. Learning Japanese is a journey like no other, and I'm thrilled to be your guide. So buckle up for the language adventure of a lifetime, and let's get started! This has been a demo with Luke. I'm not gonna do the entire thing. I don't even know if I'd be allowed to, because that'd be like, I don't know, how many pages is this? Let's just... Woo! That is very, very long. But it's not that long. Like, what? Read one chapter a day? Yeah. Um, and the way the guy, like, if he goes over it with, like, how he went over it in he or she, I don't even know if it was a male or a female that wrote this, but, if they go over it like how they went over the little prologue section, sounds like a good read and a good way to keep going. And then as you saw in the section right here with how many freaking chapters there are, holy crap. Also, I still find it funny how I got 2 stars without even uh yeah. But yeah, for a 45 chapter thing for 9.99, and if I don't know how it actually would go. I mean, I don't know if anyone would want me to at least keep going to chapter 2 or like make 3 different videos where I just went over the introduction, then go over the pronunciation because it doesn't look like there's really a chapter. Uh, it doesn't look, well, actually, no, it's 2 chapters it looks like that because this isn't locked. See, I can go over here. So let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like, what is it? It's about 10, wasn't counting, but about 10-ish pages for chapter 1. Probably same thing with chapter 2, so yeah, it probably would take me 1 to 2 videos to go over chapter 1 and chapter 2, and if someone would want me to go through them and just show off how it is or whatever, more so. But otherwise, it was a little entertaining. I'm pretty sure it entertained you all, me reading and showing off what's here and all. But that's gonna be it for this Happy Friday. I don't know what anyone thinks about this yet, if I should keep going or what. I mean, I've seen people, or at least one person on YouTube read certain things, but I don't know if I could actually read like this entire thing on YouTube without it being counted as copyright, or like the people that do this want it taken down or whatever. But that's why I say if someone wants me to keep going up to chapter 2, I would do it, because then I would at least show you all if I'm learning, and then take the tests and see if I'm learning as well. And yeah, but that's gonna do it for this week. Hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to catch you all next time. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week for another Happy Friday, which I already have something in mind, actually. It's a game that I've had for a while, but just a little review for you all, so yeah. Take care.